don't fuck with my piece. Yeah, please don't fuck with that. I wish you hating with
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen,
was that?
this is your boy T. This is the bootleg Caribbean horn, because we got today a special episode of the Certified Vets where we basically got to touch on this topic, the presidential election,
Right,
and
right.
the downfall of the Trump era and
The racist
uprising.
regime.
To me, they're all racist, but whatever. And the uprising of the Biden and the first ever South Asian vice president.
Is she not black?
Personal
too as
color.
well?
I don't know. I
Personal
just
color.
saw a clip that you posted where she said she's the first South Asian vice president. So if you guys want to talk about that, by all means. But
What's people
what's your opinion?
happy or
Well, for me, I don't really fuck with the left or the right. I'm more of an independent person, but I'm more for representation.
okay?
So I made a post where I was just congratulating that we at least have the first black/South Asian woman
Mm-hmm.
elected as vice president.
Right.
Now, some people might, have their reservations on that, but the only reason why I made that post was just to show representation.
Show support.
Because without representation,
Yeah.
there's no way of the younger generation seeing themselves in that kind of a position.
Right.
because
right.
If there's a white man in that position, or a white woman in this case in that position, black girls ain't gonna say, okay, I could get there.
Right.
Right.
So it's kind of
So-
like okay.
I'm just saying, based off of what I posted, I was just saying, you know what? If you're a black girl inspiring to be involved in politics,
Right.
if you want to be more than just a congresswoman,
Right.
you can also be
And maybe potentially president
exactly.
down the line. Okay.
Exactly. It's
All right.
baby steps.
I hear
Is
you.
what I'm basically saying. Anyway, but some people have their reservations.
Okay.
Listen, man. What you're talking about? Representation. What
Right.
kind of representation are they representing? Because Kamala Harris, what does she represent?
Well, I knew, and I knew you were going to say that. Now, it's the same way how we listen to Jay-Z, right?
I don't listen to Jay-Z.
I'm just saying. I know where you're gonna get at. I'm just saying some people might look at it from I'm just saying that, okay, if we're gonna look at it like, well, she, because I remember there's a clip where she said that she's not gonna, make any policies that are just directed towards the black community. She's gonna do it for everyone. I understand that, and we look at it as okay, well, if she's not really gonna do it for us, then how can we really support that? But when we listen to these artists, and we put artists like I like Jay-Z. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying is that if we're gonna put someone like Jay-Z on a pedestal where we know what his past was like, where
Right.
he was selling drugs and all that, but we've forgiven that, right?
Or we overlook it.
Or we overlook it, right?
Right.
And we praise him. I know you are not, because you say you don't listen to Jay-Z. I'm just saying you're just one person. I'm just saying there's a lot of people who will look at it the same way you're looking at it, but they will still praise someone like Jay-Z. Whereas with Kamala Harris, she's done things where it really was a detriment to the black community.
What you said? Has she done stuff that's detrimental to the black community?
Well, there's some people who will believe so that she's created policies or she supported policies that were a detriment to the black community. Now they're saying, okay, well, how can we really celebrate someone like that, even though she's from our own community? Okay, but it's the same thing as us celebrating our favorite artists,
Mm-hmm.
who we know in their past have done things in their community where it wasn't really beneficial to our people.
So basically, I think what he's trying to say is just that, listen, at the end of the day, black people should support black people when they reach a certain level of success, because it's hard for black people to get to that point where they're successful. So regardless of what they've done in their past, where they sold drugs or they talk about selling drugs or how they talk about women or whatnot. You see Jay-Z as the billionaire right now and whatnot.
So if we can overlook that, why can't we? I mean, not to say overlook it, because at the end of the day, it's fucking it's bad shit. You put people in jail, and it's bad.
Right.
But it's like if we can overlook a drug dealer who is now a mogul, why can't we overlook?
Why can't you overlook this black woman elevating herself to the first vice president
But
black
All
woman
right.
vice
Well, first
president.
things first, yo.
Mhm.
I don't overlook nothing Jay Z did. All
Right.
right. Let's put that on the record. Yo.
Okay.
I don't agree with what the fuck he did in terms of selling drugs to black people.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. You selling drugs to black people, you destroy black families. Yo.
Right.
All right.
All right.
Kamala Harris, what has she done for black people prior to being elected as vice president?
Okay.
She's done nothing for black people.
Right.
Matter of fact, she's done more damage to
Mhm.
black families than anything. Yo. So how are we gonna sit here and just, well, me personally, I don't think that representation is enough. Just the argument of, oh, we need,
Okay.
you know,
So
a
what
black
is enough
face.
then?
Yo, we need black people that do real things, though, for black people.
Okay, but that's
like
what
for
I'm-
example,
Okay.
things that are of substance. Yo. Why are we putting up with super? What is it? The
Superficial?
surface letter? Superficial level of black people that
Right.
just because they're black, they're in a position. Oh yeah, all right, you know, yeah, we need that.
Okay.
Overlooking the actions that they do. Yo.
But is it why is like it's why I compare it to the whole Jay-Z thing is because you have other artists who came from his background who are also all moguls too as well. So with her position, yes, I understand, you know, she did this and that for the black community. Maybe she can inspire someone who has the best interests of the black community who will actually take her position now, well, within the future, 20 years, 10 years later from now,
I can't.
and make things more, I guess beneficial to us in sense of where what she was doing wasn't really beneficial.
And I guess, can someone change? I think with the Jay-Z analogy, Jay-Z in his early career was talking about drugs and this, but Jay-Z now
Look at him now.
is just
What is he
talking
doing
about,
now?
He's talking, well, if you listen to his music, a lot of it is just talking about black people ownership.
Listen, Jay-Z, forget the music. Jay-Z has the finances. Yo.
But
What
he's
is he
got-
doing? What is he doing financially now to help black people? Yo?
He's doing a
Yeah,
lot.
he's doing
What
a
is he
lot.
doing? Yo?
Just prison reform.
Explain.
I mean, he's
give me the
he's-
examples.
He's,
Yo.
he's invested a lot into the prison reform, you know, the policies and things like
Prison
that.
reform.
Well,
There was actually
Yeah,
a
let me
rumor
pull
where
up.
him and Beyonce actually posted the bill for a lot of the people that were protesting that got arrested.
Yeah, he does.
Okay,
yeah.
wow. Let me tell you something, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, black people right now in America, yo, there's a high unemployment. Let's say, for example, Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago is the most destructive, one of the most destructive black ghettos
mhm.
in America.
Right.
What is Jay-Z and Beyonce specifically doing for Chicago? What are they doing for Detroit? Because before these used to be industrial areas that they had, like, you know, areas, they had the businesses that were manufacturing car parts and whatnot, right? And they took out these manufacturing
Okay.
places and shipped them overseas.
Mhm.
So what is Jay-Z and Beyonce doing for these communities to give the black youth jobs so that they're not out here selling drugs?
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And out here on some rap thing and killing each other. Yo.
Okay.
Because they have the capital to
Right.
do that.
I get what you're saying is, but we
Because
don't
you
know.
talk, hold on, because
But the thing is, we don't know. They might actually be doing that.
listen, they ain't
It's
doing
just that,
that shit.
but the thing
Bridget.
is, they don't like to really put it out there what they're doing.
Listen, they
So
ain't doing
they
it.
could be doing it and they could not be. We
Listen,
don't know.
they're
that.
not doing it. Yo.
How do
They're-
you know
they're-
that though for a fact?
Because
though?
look at Chicago. This shit's still
Yeah, but
running right
hold
now.
on, that's
Detroit's listen.
If
Every
you're
time,
saying-
every
but
time,
if
every
things
time
are
they
not-
make,
but things
every
are
time, hold on. Every
but
time they
things
make
are
a
not
move
gonna
with,
change
every time
overnight,
they make
though.
a move with the NFL, bomb. Oh, Jay-Z's had a meeting with the NFL
John,
people.
But we know
hold
with
on.
these things, what we know with these
John,
things is not
hold
going
on,
to change
hold on.
overnight though.
you cannot expect Jay-Z to solve the
Unemployment.
issues.
No,
of
but no, because
unemployment.
you guys brought up, or Duke,
But-
sorry,
but
Duke,
he's
Duke
bringing up-
brought up Jay-Z, right?
No,
And
no,
what,
but
what
I'm
is
just
what
using
is
that as an
Jay-Z? What's
example.
Jay-Z's
But-
net worth, though?
No. But
It's like, what is it, like
$1 billion.
Almost
like
a billion.
over
pretty much.
almost $1 billion,
Yeah.
Right.
What Beyonce's net worth is what, like what,
Pretty much
400 or
around.
500?
No, like 800 million.
But it's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
enough to say that they can give back.
But give
we
back-
don't
I
know.
mean,
Come on, man.
No, but I
These
think
people have
okay. Hold on.
more than enough money to open up a manufacturing depot
For what though?
what?
to employ
Hold on, wait,
the black
Come on.
So hold on,
people.
wait. I wasn't really going to chime in, but I have to say this.
Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
Here we
Just because
go.
somebody has $1 billion is worth $1 billion doesn't mean it's liquid funds that they have $1 billion worth.
I understand that.
Second, they don't have the infrastructure to employ people on that magnitude as a GM plant because GM plant has a demand. So if let's say Jay-Z opened a plant that produced socks,
No, but
hold on,
I'm just saying. I'm just giving an example. It doesn't matter. He cannot.
Let him finish.
Yeah.
Let him
There's
finish.
business out there that's
Hold on,
more
hold on.
demanding
But,
than
he,
they
but,
suck,
but that's what I'm
though.
trying to say. Perfect. He has title. How many black tech people are there?
Listen.
Wait,
There's
hold on,
more.
see.
There's other things other than title.
Hold on, guys. I think the bigger thing is, listen, it doesn't matter how much money you have, because we always talk about the root of the cause in regards to why we're in a situation that we're in. It doesn't matter if Jay-Z had $10 billion. Him just dumping a bunch of money isn't necessarily going to change
The
the
mentality.
issue, the mentality or the issues that these children are facing in their household. You know what I'm saying? But I think what he was saying is that, listen,
Duke.
was saying, was that, you know what? Jay-Z, again, in his early career was talking about a certain type of thing. Now he's moving in regards to more black empowerment. He's talking about it now in regards to his music.
Sorry. Yeah.
Talking about 444, talking about black unity with the marriage, talking about empowerment, entrepreneurship, and stuff like that. So he made a pivot. So I think what Duke is saying is like, listen, now that we have representation in the White House and as a vice president or whatnot, yeah, her track record is X, Y, and Z. Can she now make that pivot in regards to doing more for the black community? Now, I'm not saying that she is or isn't.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying
because we already know how politics goes,
Right,
right?
okay.
But I'm just saying, at least with the representation there, she might inspire someone who might actually eventually get in that position and actually be the difference,
No,
be the change.
no. The blueprint she set is selling out. That's the blueprint she set. You come
Selling
in
out
here,
how?
you do
Sorry.
nothing in terms of not doing nothing for black people. You come in there, yes, you're celebrated as the first black
Right.
person to do this. You come in,
Yeah.
and then she's gonna do her
Right.
4 years,
Right,
not doing
right,
anything
right.
for black people, and then that's the blueprint she set.
I'm just saying, I agree with you. I'm just saying that she might inspire someone who might have a different mindset.
Let me tell you something. No, someone, a real black person that wants to actually do shit for real black people is not gonna be able to hold that position, yo. Because white society will not allow it, yo.
Okay.
You think a Dr. Umar Johnson or a Farrakhan can sit in the position of Kamala Harris as a vice president and they'll allow that? Do you think that?
So I understand what he's saying with representation, but reason why I kind of agree with John is because if you are a representation of this is what you can aspire to, but don't do anything that's of substance or meaningful to the black community, then what are you aspiring them to be? The next model of you, which didn't do anything. No, I hear what you're saying. Oh, she's now vice president, or let's backtrack 8 years ago. Oh, wow, Barack Obama, black president.
Right.
I could aspire to be the president of the United States.
And do things differently than how they did.
But when
You
they get
can't
into
do
the
it.
space of the politics,
Right.
you can't do much, bro. Like
It's not a
Okay,
dictatorship.
it's not a
Okay, but-
dictatorship. A black man can't go into president and say, you know what, guys?
Okay, so then-
no black person being taxed.
Right.
Okay, so then should black people even bother voting then? Like, should we even be
Exactly,
involved in
exactly.
the political
black
system?
people
Okay.
should not vote.
Okay.
Okay. So
shouldn't, though.
if we're gonna stand on that, then how are we going to uplift and support our community if we're not voting for the people who are
You can't
in a
complain then
in a
at that
position
point.
where they can actually provide?
You can't complain
Alright,
that
well, let me
politics
explain.
is this,
Resources.
that, if you're not
Okay,
gonna
let me
be
explain.
involved.
Let me explain. Because even with this election,
Or
there's been
selection.
this election with
Selection. So,
the selection
Yeah,
election.
yeah,
With this election, there's been accusations of voter fraud. You know what I mean?
believe.
With you know what I mean? With ballots being thrown out.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So how the heck do we expect black people if we were to elect a candidate
Okay.
and have
Alright,
having a legitimate election
Right.
when already between two white people there's illegitimacy when it comes to the election?
So can I say something before you chime in, Zoo?
Go ahead.
If Trump cheated 4 years ago, how the fuck is someone going to beat Trump playing by the rules?
What do you mean? Cheated.
With the whole Russian and
That was-
Man,
that was
listen,
fake
that's
news, fake news,
allegation.
so
fake
why
news.
is this not
Listen,
fake news?
Listen, no, because
No,
because
no,
with the
actually,
Trump
they're
with the
finding
Trump
bags of fucking bags of voting ballots in like ditches and
This time?
yeah, the video.
So
the
there
video-
definitely is cheating going on right now.
We
On
know
whose
that.
side, though?
We don't know.
No,
yet.
no. Just for the speculation.
on the Biden side. On the
Biden side. So
But
to
we
find
don't know
Trump
that
votes
yet.
are
here,
garbage?
here, here.
yeah,
No, but
We
here.
don't know that
Yeah,
yet.
here's the
No,
thing. Here's the thing.
there's
Hold on.
video- there's video
Here's the thing.
footage, yo.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. And
I don't follow it, so
me and
I'm
John were,
asking.
me and John were talking about this earlier. Biden broke a record
Mm-hmm.
in regards to a president getting the most amount of votes Like he beat Barack Obama. He got more votes than
Yes.
Obama did.
From the
It's
black
in terms-
community.
I think
Yeah,
the
from
reason
the
why
black
that
community.
I think it was just.
I think the reason why-
let's
not
be
even just the black.
realistic. Let's
Not
I
even
think the
black
reason why
community,
that
One
was
time,
is
one
most
time.
people just wanted to get out of.
Hold on, but what I'm saying
they
is,
just wanted the,
what I'm
the
saying
racists
is,
to
so
be out of
if
the White
you
House.
broke that record, yo, I'm thinking you're gonna beat Trump by a landslide. Nigga, it would really literally went down the wire, and
You're
you can say this is some
still
fraudulent
negotiable.
type of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
So, I mean, did he really win, or did they?
Listen,
it is what it
let's
is.
be realistic. Are you sitting here telling me more black people came out to vote for Biden than they came out to vote for Obama?
No. Black people have been voting
Come on,
since
man.
the 60s anyway. So
Yo, man, listen, the whole election process is a fraud. That's why I say, yo, black people, our salvation is not in their system in terms of
It
democracy,
cannot be.
voting, all that. If we're sitting here waiting every 4 years to be, okay, bomb, all right, our candidate didn't get elected, we got to wait the next 4 years, for our potential salvation.
Right.
Yo, we're lost. So.
Okay,
Our
now
mindset is lost. So.
now I agree with you. I'm 100% on your side with that. But what is the solution?
The solution,
'Cause
first,
we could talk about not voting and doing all this other stuff and
Right.
holding our votes. But what is the real solution for us to get ahead, like how other communities are getting ahead? Because all we do is talk about, okay, not voting, this and that. But what is the real solution?
okay, the solution is this. So. First things first, so yo, there's so much work that we have to do to rebuild the black community. It's crazy. Yo. First things first, so the family structure. We talked about this on the last episode. Beyond that, our behavior, how we deal with each other. Yo.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Because guess what? We cannot have a nation, a black independent sovereign nation where we dictate our own laws and our own rules and whatnot. If we're fighting amongst each other
And selling
Yeah.
out.
and selling out each other, yo. We have to deal with things on a level where we have to establish a black international constitution
Right.
because we have to build a constitution. When I mean a constitution, I'm talking about a law, an international law
Yeah.
that all black people have to
So a black
submit to.
delegation.
So
All black people have to submit to and adhere to
yeah.
on a level where.
But you know how difficult that's
But
going to
hold
be.
on,
though.
yeah. I didn't even
Of
know.
course, it's going to be difficult. But guess what? Who's going to have to implement that?
Right.
Because if you
But
look at
this-
history,
But here's
if you,
another question:
but
is it realistic?
it is realistic. It is
Okay.
realistic because look at, for example, all the conquerors in history, whether it be Alexander the
The
Greek,
Great, okay.
or
Caesar.
Genghis, or what is it, Genghis Khan or Caesar, right?
Right.
Before they conquered the world, the outside world, they had to conquer their nation.
Right.
They had to get everybody within their nation on the same page to
Beat to the
submit
same drum.
to beat to the same drum. Exactly.
So in this instance, you're saying defeating white supremacy then?
To defeat white supremacy,
Well, that's
we,
our plight.
we have to defeat white supremacy. But in order to defeat,
you know how hard that is.
but hold on, before
we've been trying to do that for the past.
No.
We've been doing it
400
wrong.
years.
no, but we've been doing it wrong because you know why
Okay.
we're trying to defeat. Here's how we're trying to defeat white supremacy right
Okay, I
now
see where you're getting
by
at.
voting it out,
Right. Right.
By
right.
individualism
by using
inside
by
of their
using
system.
their
I
system.
see where you're getting at.
By
I see
using
where
their
you're getting
system to defeat their system.
Right.
That's not going to work.
That's not gonna work, yo.
Right. Okay, I see where you're getting.
What
at.
we have
All
to
right.
do is this, yo. We have to establish a black confederate.
But my thing is like, you know how hard it is for black people to get on the same
Nothing
page?
worth doing is easy.
Right. I mean, it's gonna be sacrifices,
Listen,
but
there
But
has
black people don't like sacrifice.
Listen, there has to be sacrifices, though.
Right.
Listen, let me tell you something, yo. What I'm talking about is if you're not willing to put your life on the line for this, don't even think about black unity. Yo. You have just merge into Canada, a Canadian that, you know what I mean, or
So,
merge into America.
I have the
Right.
same type of sentiment, where I feel that black people at this day and age is all about one, individualism, which you can kind of like put a slash there and say capitalism, and two, community mindset. Black people don't think on a nation building
they
mindset.
think for themselves.
Because when you have a nation of people, then that means you have soldiers that are willing to fight in a war and die for that nation.
Right.
We don't have that because we still have people that are willing to fight wars that have nothing to do with black people just to give you the freedom to vote. A lot of black Americans, I fight for this country because I got the freedom to vote.
Vote for what? Yeah, I see.
You're voting for, and remember, I want you to post, and please guys, when we post this video, right after the video, please post the video that I put into the Instagram group. There's a video that talks about a plantation owner that has an issue with his slaves on not producing well. So he brought in this another person. He's like a spokesperson to get slaves in line. And the slave guy comes in and he speaks to the slaves and listen, guys, you are no longer slaves. You're free. But I implore you, don't run away from this plantation because other slave masters will capture you and enslave you and then probably treat you worse than you're getting treated right now. But you are a free person in here to work and build up this plantation to be the best plantation it can be. And what that meaning is you're going to get a piece of the stake of this plantation. But since none of you guys know how to work or manage a plantation, we still need you to do your menial job, which is pick cotton, clean clothes, and do whatever the case may be. Now, what we'll do for you is we'll give you the ability to vote which slave master runs the plantation. Now, if you don't like the way Mr. Johnson does it, we also have Mr. Smith that can do it. All right? So now you have the freedom to choose who runs the plantation. Right? Now, all this time, there's one slave that's like, well, hold on, wait, that's still slavery. What are you talking about? And they say, hey, listen, we have rules to make sure that this free land is run properly. And if you don't abide by those rules, that means you're going against all the rules of this, how this free plantation rolls. And if you break a rule, you get punished. And punishment is you get whipped. They whipped the shit out of the slave that spoke out. And this slave died.
Right.
But all the slaves are all like, yeah, stop trying to ruin this little bit of freedom that we got. I am pleased, guys. I send it to the group. Watch it and post it when
I'm
we
gonna
post
watch
this
it. I'm
interview.
gonna watch
Right.
it. Definitely gonna watch it.
It fucking.
Go open your mind, basically.
I ain't gotta say no
Yeah,
more.
but to your original point in regards to what's the solution,
Mhm.
if we're not gonna vote, yeah, we have to work on building our community first, our
Right.
households first, right? Asians have the lowest turnout rate when it comes to voting, but yeah, economically,
They're good.
they're probably one of the most powerful races.
You
out
can't
there,
go
right?
into
Because-
Asian town and build a
You know what I'm
shop.
saying?
Definitely,
Because they have
definitely.
that unity in regards to building up their own.
Ironically, the
Starts- and it starts with
U.S.
the-
has a debt to China.
China, and it starts with the household, right?
Right.
It starts with us,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and making sure that we elevate ourselves to where we need to be, then getting married, starting the families,
Mm-hmm.
like John says, and then passing on those teachings on to our children.
Because the thing is, I completely agree with what he was saying. I was just saying that at the end of the day, we still need representation.
No.
I think he's saying we don't want symbolic
No,
gestures
no.
at this point.
I think those representation is actually more harmful than
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah.
Because
'Cause that's what you said with the Obama,
it actually
yeah.
puts us more to sleep because hold on, there's no racism in America. They
Mhm.
actually elected a
in the
vice
election
president.
process, right?
Forget that.
You
They
see what I'm
elected a
saying?
president, bro.
You know what I mean? Oh, they have
Ain't-
a Barack Obama.
ain't nothing changed
Yo,
when
that means
Obama was-
listen, not all white people are bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then now you're put
The-
right
the-
back to
the-
sleep, yo.
The reason why I said representation matters is because I hate to use this as a comparison. When Trump became president, it was unconventional for the way he went in as a president. It was unconventional for a Republican to take that stance. I'm saying maybe someone on the black side can use that same.
So the
Oh, like a
presidency.
celebrity or something?
Yo,
Yeah, but the
listen,
presidency-
Like Oprah or something like that, you mean, or-
Kanye.
Right.
No.
Right.
Trump financed his own campaign, yo, because he has the
But we have a
capital-
lot of black celebrities
Listen,
who finance their own
listen,
shit, though.
Listen, we can't listen. Let me tell you something.
Black money is different from white
Listen,
money.
Listen, Trump financed his own campaign. Yo.
Okay.
Hillary Clinton's campaign was over $1 billion, or close to
Okay.
$1 billion.
All right.
Trump's campaign was close to about, I think, maybe over 100 billion, or no,
Right.
100 million. Yo.
Mhm, okay.
You understand? But the thing is, the message that he had resonated more with
A certain group.
with white
Okay,
Americans.
Okay.
yo.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
So, but when it comes to black people, about us, financing our own campaign or whatever the case is, we don't even agree on,
Okay, I see what you're saying,
politics
yeah.
in terms of who's the right candidate
So
for
then,
us.
then who's to say that we are going to agree on investing? Oh, okay, I see what you're
So
saying.
let me ask you a question. Van Jones.
Dr. Umar still
Oh,
looking for the
gosh.
money for the thing.
Just leave Dr. Umar. Leave Dr.
He's
Umar out
been
of
doing
this.
that shit for
the
like, what,
school.
5 years
Leave
now?
him out of this right now. But let's talk
man
about.
can't get money for a school. You think we're gonna go get money
Yeah,
for the
with the,
president?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
facts,
yeah,
right?
like-
They found out he had a stripper girlfriend, and they're like, I can't give you $1 million. You have a stripper girlfriend, really? But let's talk about Van Jones now.
right.
This man, like you said in your tweet, was enduring saying, "Wait, Trump has not done all bad guys. He's done some good in his
I don't know
political-
what Trump did bad, to be honest with you. I'm not into politics. I hear that he's a
Yeah.
racist, but nobody has told me or can't tell me in regards to like what he did Now, maybe he said something or alluded. I know with
Listen.
Mexicans, he called
Caged
them.
him.
But in regards to like policies and stuff like that, I don't know what he's passed that's really hurt the black community.
Was
I think a lot of people are just in his
answer,
feelings.
to answer that, he's not president no more.
No,
Nah,
while
nigga,
he
he's
was
talking about
president,
when
come
he
on,
was
bro.
president.
Yeah,
When he
what
was,
happened?
Listen,
but if
listen.
he was, okay, but when
Listen,
he
when
was
you-
president, if
Well,
he
okay, hold on.
no. If he was president, and if people were saying that he did this and that for the black community, why is he still?
But
not president?
but what he said
No.
was,
Oh,
besides what he said, what policies
Yeah.
have he put in place that affected the black community?
Yeah, because
So
I
what
think a
we're
lot of it
saying
was
is-
media spin.
So when we hear shit, we're
Mega.
emotionally attached to it.
right,
Oh, he said, go back to China.
right.
Oh my God, he's just the racist.
it's a
or,
Chinese
or,
disease.
or shithole countries.
You see what I'm
basically.
saying? Like when he says stuff like that, we hold it in our soul and be like, God damn, he's just terrible.
Right.
But what he's trying to say is, what policy has he put into
Yeah.
place that affected the black
Because
community?
we say shit too
Listen,
in,
man.
in the comfort of our home.
Listen.
And, you know, with the
But how do we really know? But the only people really we can ask that is black Americans. We're Canadians. We don't
Listen,
know.
man, we can see what the heck is going on regardless. Of,
But even let's just go back to the Van Jones part, right?
right, okay.
So this is where I'm talking about where you're saying people to aspire to. You have Van Jones here who looks like an epitome of a black man in America, and it could be a leader. But like you said in your post, he has supported Trump in saying he's not a bad president, 100%. He has some good. But the other day, he's
Man's
crying
bawling,
on
man's
national
crying.
TV,
Mhm.
and I mean tears, saying, I could sleep at night.
I can
Like,
go to-
my children
family
are-
can go
My
to
children are
Walmart, they can go to
safe.
Walmart.
It's
go to
easier to
Walmart.
be a father now, right?
but my
Yeah.
question is, what has changed in those 3 hours
Right,
where news media has
Nothing-
claimed
nothing
Biden
has
the
changed.
winner?
Damn, but
right.
black
Basically-
people are black people
Basically,
get
what a
stopped
lot of
getting
people
killed
are
by the
saying
police?
is that racism is just going back to how it was normally.
What, covert?
covert racism.
Covert
which is
racism,
horrible.
whereas
Right, give me
with-
Give me the overt. Let me know you're a
Yeah.
motherfucking racist so I know
Where-
not to go in
whereas
your
when
neighborhood.
You see what I'm
President
saying?
was in-
I lie.
Whereas where Trump was in presidency, that people were more overtly
Listen,
racist.
I don't want to buy a house in an area where they're hiding their
Straight up.
racism.
Yeah.
Let me know you're a motherfucking racist. Let me see them
Yeah.
Confederate flags if I lived in America, so I know not to buy that
Yeah, I
house.
like my racism raw, basically.
Yeah, but that's
In,
that's
like-
but that's what the thing with Trump. Trump didn't beat around the bush. The man said, "Listen, the virus came from China." I like the man who was straight up with the racism.
Right.
Joe Biden is more of a he's
Subtle.
hiding the
Yeah, they're
racism.
very subtle.
So why the hell are we more happy with a racist that's hidden with that's
So,
hiding the racism?
What if Biden, when Biden gets into office and he says, "Hey guys, forget what Trump says. You can't opt out this vaccine. It's now mandatory."
Right.
What are you guys gonna say then about Biden?
Listen, I'll be like, I told you niggas, dog. The fuck you guys, bro. You niggas didn't listen, bro. You
I
guys,
don't feel.
Who would you guys have voted for if you had to vote for one? And listen, John, I don't want to go. I don't want the back and forth.
Yeah, you
hypothetical,
can't pick.
bro.
Yeah, you can't pick.
Let's
one.
go in the back
You
and forth.
had to pick one.
Let's go in the back and
Alright.
forth.
Had to
Let's
pick one.
extend this
Let me tell you
episode.
something. Let me tell you something, yo.
Man.
Yo, Bridget, I would not vote for none of them, dog.
John, you had
Yo,
to.
you be.
I
I'm,
would-
I'm,
but
I'm,
listen,
I'm
but-
talking.
but
Can I
listen,
be
the reason
real?
why- the
You-
reason
no,
why-
no, no.
I
Okay,
get it.
you
I
want me
get
to
what
be
you're
fake.
saying.
Listen,
I get
Some
what you're
people are gonna
saying.
say this though. Some people are gonna say this. Okay, if you don't vote, you're down if you do. You're down if you
No,
don't.
no, no. Forget about that.
Listen.
I want to know
The
if
hypothetical.
you had hypothetical, John. You have
I'm not voting for none of them,
Oh,
you-
Lord.
because let me tell you something.
So, for instance, I wouldn't vote for any of them,
Right.
Because I'm not in depth in American politics to see who has what policies and who's driving what and what,
right,
right? Because I know Biden is dirty and I know Trump is dirty.
right.
But in this scenario,
Gun to
we're
your
asking
head.
you, if you had to drop one, you had to pick a left hand or
I
your
already
right
know
hand to
John
cut
John.
off.
He's not gonna
Which
answer.
one are you
You
going to
gotta
cut
pick one,
off?
man.
I know this guy
Let me
well
tell
enough
you
that he's
something.
not
Let
going
me
to
tell you
answer
something.
what.
I'm not voting for none of them because both of them are
Right.
detrimental to black people, dog. Yeah, what do you want me to say, dog? They're both detrimental
Hey,
to black
hey,
people.
hey, I hear you. I
One's
hear you.
more open with it, the other is more covert with it. That's
How
all I
Trump
can say.
Detrimental to black people.
Listen,
I'm genuinely
how's
asking.
Trump-
Because that's the one thing I always hear, like he's this, he's that.
No.
but like what did he?
okay. When I mean to say he's detrimental, I mean to say
He's not for.
he's not gonna do things that are gonna to break down the system that is
Right,
oppressing
right,
black
right,
people.
right,
Yeah.
right.
He's gonna maintain the American empire. You
Listen,
understand what I'm saying?
if a black president wouldn't do it, I'm not going to think Trump is going to do it. in
What
his
about that
presidency.
black plan that he said he like 500 billion?
Oh,
That's
the
platinum plan, the
platinum
platinum
plan.
platinum
What was
plan.
that?
That listen, that ain't gonna listen. If it ain't reparations, Listen, if
Even if it's
they're not giving black people at least 4 states, you see what I'm saying? Of ownership, complete ownership, autonomy, like sovereignty.
Never happening.
Listen,
Never
man.
happening.
Oh, exactly.
Listen,
It's not happening.
reparations is
Man,
cool.
know that's not happening.
That's
so
never happening, bro.
There's nothing. There's nothing they can
okay,
do.
well, come on. Okay,
But
well,
listen, but listen, reparations is
alright.
cool, but even if we get reparations, we've already proven that we don't even put as much money, we don't even invest as much money that we've earned back into our community. So who's to say if the government gives us reparations that we're actually going to utilize that money in a way that's actually going to benefit us?
ooh, you saying black people are horrible with their money, eh?
You're damn right.
Benzes?
You're damn right. Exactly,
That's
because
facts.
it's like
Just-
we're truly we're consumers of a lot of things, right? We
Biggest
generate a
consumers.
lot of
Yeah.
we generate a lot of wealth for these big companies.
Right.
But why can't we do that for our own community?
Mm.
So who's to say if we get money from the government now because of reparations is that it's actually going to benefit us, knowing that we're not really investing.
See
the money.
Mercedes-Benz going up in stocks.
Right.
Jordans are sold out
It's
around the
not
nation.
black owned. So I understand the whole thing about reparations. My whole thing is like it's cool that that if we were to get that, but are we really going to put that money to use in a way that it's actually going to uplift us?
You know what?
and
That's
put
the
us
first.
forward?
United
that's
States
the
couldn't
first.
afford to pay reparations, bro.
No,
Let's
they
get
can.
that out there.
Nah, come on. They
So
can.
say-
they
wait,
can
wait,
afford-
wait,
they can
wait,
afford
wait,
it.
wait,
They can
wait, wait. Say
afford
it
it.
again. Say it
They
again.
can afford it, B.
Bro, do you know
They
how
can
many,
afford
They
it.
can afford it.
do you know how many trillions of dollars it would cost to pay back reparations,
Listen,
bro?
they can afford it.
Listen. They send that
Bro,
money
they can
to
afford
they send that money to Israel like it's nothing.
So
No,
I
no,
think
no,
You know
no,
what
no,
they-
I
you know what
what
they
he's
send?
saying.
You know what they send to Israel every year?
Bro, what are you
Right.
talking about?
Do you know how much they send every
How
year?
much?
So you're basically saying that they
How
can't
much?
send.
How much? I'm asking you how much.
No, billions, B.
Bro,
Billions.
do you know
yearly,
how
yo.
many trillions it would? Because we're talking about paying back for free labor, right? Do you know how much? And then obviously inflation.
conflation.
Okay, do you know how much trillions of
Without
dollars?
slave labor, there's no United States of America.
Okay, what he's saying is this: if they pay out reparations,
What if they said, "Here's $100
America's
billion
fucked.
for reparations"?
No,
Yeah.
100 billion. That's not. That's
Exactly.
not enough, bro.
That's what I'm
But
telling
what
you.
he's-
Listen,
but what
it
he's
has to-
saying
it
is-
has to be a yearly installment.
But
But
so-
just run a couple
billion a year?
couple billion a year
for 25 years.
for an indefinite amount of period, dog. You need to run that. B. Yo,
Hey,
you're,
I'll tell you right
Interest-
you're
I have
now
interest on
permanent-
that.
you're
All right,
par-
all right.
White
you're-
supremacy will never ever do
you're
that.
Let's wrap
now-
this up.
You know,
Let's wrap this
you're
up.
now a permanent tributary to
All
the
right.
black nation, dog.
Anyway,
That's all I'm trying to say.
I will say this. I will say this in closing. They cannot
man.
afford to pay out reparation one time.
Reparations, trust
And
me,
they will
the number
not
is-
agree to pay out on an indefinite
These-
basis money to black.
These guys are 20-something trillion in debt as it is,
And that's
bro.
why I'm. That's
And
what
that's
I'm saying.
just
That's
China.
why I'm saying there's no U.S. candidate. You cannot vote. You cannot vote for any candidate that will say, "All right, Mom, we're gonna pay reparations to Black America for an indefinite period of time." There's not one. No.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I agree.
All right, guys.
Anyways, man, that was our little political rant when it comes to the whole Trump or the falling of Trump. Supposedly, it's probably like 90% confirmed
Right.
compared to Joe Biden. And who's your favorite person there, Duke?
Favorite person. I'm just saying we just need representation. She's not my
Representation to
favorite
be
person.
like
Yo,
a
black
public-
girls
Ooh.
rock. Hashtag black girls rock.
Black
Exactly.
girls magic.
Black girls rock. You say
Don't
MAGA?
groan there,
MAGA?
bro. Don't groan. Let it
Come
be,
on, man. You're married to a black woman, man. Come on,
Yeah.
now, man.
Stop that fucking feminist. Remember, push some feminism. Fucking,
What?
fuck
Hey, man, they're out here simping, eh?
Remember,
Simp,
simping
simp,
hard.
Nah.
All right, man.
Nah.
Anyways,
all right,
man,
we out. We out.
thank you very much for tuning into a special 30-minute podcast. We're dealing with a political issue because it's one of the biggest political races that we have probably been alive for at this time, and we're gonna see within a year or two if it actually was the right choice that Black America's made. Right?
Which I know it's probably not.
Never's gonna be a right as per John, because if it's not Black prosperous, it's not right. Anyways, thank you very much for tuning into the special podcast. My name is Teague. To my left, I got.
Lean.
You also got Dude De Niro.
John, the tech man.
Thank you very much. Comment, subscribe, like, do all that good stuff, and we out.
Hey everyone, find all of our episodes by